everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Michelle and I've been making videos with my husband about being new parents. And in today's video, I will give you some tips that I consider were useful for me when traveling with my baby. To summarize, if you don't know, I have a baby who is almost 1 year and a half, and we went with him to Key West. But also I have an international flight coming, and I know it sounds like scary. For me, it was like very scary knowing that I will have to fly with my baby because I didn't know what to expect. And here I will give you some tips that work for me, so I hope this video is helpful for you as well. First thing I want to mention is that I didn't know that. It seems very obvious, but I didn't know. So babies can fly for free in international flights if they are under 2, so they can travel on your lap. However, I thought that I could just present my baby and say, okay, he's going to travel with me, but no, you have to add your baby to your ticket and like create a ticket for him. And in the US, in like national flights, like inside the United States, the babies travel for free. But you have to be aware that if you are traveling international, you will have to pay an amount of your ticket. So the best thing you can do is, as soon as you buy your ticket, is go ahead and add him on your lap and either call the airline or try to do it online, but you have to let them know the name of the baby and they will give you the price. It's like a fraction of what you pay. But always make sure to do that as soon as possible, otherwise it can increase. Another thing I want to mention, if you are traveling international and it's only one of you that is going with your baby, let's say you are just traveling as a dad or just as a mom and your partner is not going with you, they will need to write a letter and it needs to be notarized, allowing your baby to go outside the country. It's very important to do this before traveling. Another thing, when buying your tickets, that you should consider, if possible, flying during the nap times. That worked for me. So I was going to Key West and it was during his nap time. Like it was perfect, like it worked like that way. So on the way there, in the morning, he took his nap. So he slept during the 2 flights because we had to catch 2 planes. One was to Miami and then the other one was to Key West. And he slept in both of them and it worked perfectly. So if you could do that, obviously these flights were not that long, but if there's a portion where you know that it's their nap time and you can book that at that time, that will be best, in my opinion. Or if you can book at night, because I'm sure they will be tired and they will sleep. Another thing that is very important to avoid them crying in the plane, we don't want that, in the ear pain. So for this, one thing that you can do is buy the headphones, like the ear sets for them. They sell these and they are very cheap. Or another thing that you can do is, if they use pacifier, you can put the pacifier on them or bring some milk or some juice that they like so they can be sucking the bottle. I did that with my baby during the landing and the taking off, and he didn't have any pain. So this is very important, otherwise they will cry because of the pain. Before getting into the plane, first, I would recommend you to change the diaper. Also, I would recommend you, if you have enough time, like a layover, which I will strongly recommend you to have a good amount of time, because sometimes you think, oh, I would prefer not having a long layover, but sometimes it's better because it will give you enough time for you to change the diaper, to eat a little bit if you are hungry, to go to the bathroom, and also to make them run. Yes, in this case, I have a toddler, so you want them to get tired. So possible they can fall asleep in the plane. So let them walk around. He loved pushing the bag, so he was happy doing that during our layover. So he was very excited with that, and it was a good way to keep him entertained. Also, the nice thing here in the United States is that there are some airports that are very kid-friendly. For example, the one in Miami had an area for kids to play. This area was nice. They could run. My son was running all over there. So then when we took the next flight, he fell asleep right away because he was tired. What you can bring is new toys. You don't have to buy expensive toys. You can go to the dollar store and get little toys that will call their attention. You know what your baby prefers, but if it's something with colors, with sounds, that will work. Or sometimes you can just wrap some toys that they have and then make them unwrap that, and it will work. In my case, because my flights were just 1 hour and he slept on one of them all the way, I didn't have to use many toys, but it's something I would recommend for long flights. Actually, on the way back, because we didn't schedule during his nap time, he was very active and it was a direct flight, so I brought some toys, I brought some books, and he was very entertained with that. Another thing that can work, because you know babies and toddlers, they get bored very easily. So you will give them something, but then they will want to move to the next activity. So if you have like a tablet with their music or the videos that they like, if you allow tablets, you can use that. Or what I did was I was showing videos of us on my phone. So he was very excited seeing our dog and seeing us. So that worked to keep him entertained. Another thing I will recommend you is that the airlines, depending the airline, but most of them, especially here in the States, will allow you to bring your stroller and your car seat with no cost. But in my opinion, what worked the best for me is to send the car seat, because I was not paying for a seat. If you have the money to pay for a seat and then you want to bring your car seat, that would be the best. But in my case, I was adding him to my lap, so I didn't need my car seat during the plane, and it was more like a pain bringing the car seat, because at first we didn't send the car seat with our bags. We didn't check in the car seat, and we didn't send with the rest of our bags. We brought it like as a carry-on. So in my opinion, that's a mistake if you are not using the car seat, if you didn't pay for a seat for them, because it's more things that you have to carry, and no. You should send that car seat with your bags if you are not, as I said, if you're not paying for your baby. And you can use a good cover so it doesn't get damaged. And then the thing that I would recommend to bring to the gate is the stroller, because that will help you a lot carrying your baby. And you just bring the stroller to the front, checking in when people start boarding, and they will tag your stroller, and then you give them at the gate, and then they will bring you when you arrive to your destination. They will bring the stroller to you. So I will want to recommend you to board last. You don't want to have your baby sitting there for a long time, because they are going to get bored and they don't like that. So take advantage of that time. I know that most of the time they make families board first, but no. wait to be the last one, and meanwhile, if you have a toddler, make them walk so they get tired. I will recommend you to bring milk or something they drink for the takeoff and the landing. They will allow you to bring the diaper bag, and in that diaper bag you can bring snacks for him, you can bring milk. They won't say anything to you. Especially, as I said, I traveled to Miami and Key West, and they didn't even open his diaper bag. I only had to scan it, and that was it. So make sure to bring enough snacks. And I was using one of these plates that you can see here in this picture. It's very useful for toddlers because they have to push the button and then they have a different type of snack, and that keeps them entertained too. So bring snacks, bring milk or something they like. And don't forget to bring in your carry-on a change of clothes for you. What happened to us is that with my husband, when we change his diaper, you know, toddlers are getting very fussy and they don't like to be changed anymore. So we were rushing to change him, and I guess his diaper was not tight enough, and he peed, like the diaper opened and he peed on my husband's lap, and we didn't have a change of clothes for him. Also, he spilled some food on me, so I had a stain. That's why I would recommend you, for any accident, just bring a shirt for you or clothes to change, especially if you are having like a long flight. And those were my advices, and I just wish you the best, because sometimes we think this too much. We think it's going to be very stressful, which it could be, but try to go more relaxed. I think I was stressing too much, and then actually when I got into the flight, he has slept most of the time on the way there and the way back. He did very well. So just take these advices that I give you. Try to watch more videos like this one, and just relax, because I swear you that it will be better than expected. So that was it. Those were all my recommendations for traveling with a baby, especially with a toddler, based on my experience as a first-time mom. And please leave me in the comments what other recommendations you will have for mothers and fathers who are traveling with toddlers or babies. I hope this helps you, and thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a like if you enjoy the content of this video. Bye!